On January 22, 2005, three boys went missing in Camden, New Jersey. 11-year-old Annabelle Cruz, 6-year-old Daniel Augusto, and 5-year-old Justin Pagan, who were last seen on the Cruz property around 5 p.m. eating ice cream under a tree in the yard. Miss Cruz and Miss Pagan said they were watching the boys from the porch. After going inside to prepare dinner, they returned 30 minutes later to see that the boys had seemingly disappeared. Soon after, family, friends, and neighbors began a search for the lost boys around the neighborhood. By early morning the next day, 150 police officers and firemen joined the search, using bloodhounds, helicopters, and boats to patrol nearby rivers. A bloodhound followed a scent from the Cruz's yard to half a mile away near the edge of the Delaware River. Police feared the children had wandered too close to the water's edge and were swept away. Therefore, much of their search efforts were focused in or around the Delaware River. Around 7 p.m. on June 24, 2005, Daniel's father, David Augusto, discovered the lifeless bodies of the three boys inside of the trunk of a Toyota Camry that was parked in the corner of the Cruz family yard.
In Camden, New Jersey, the frantic search for three missing boys has come to a devastating end. More than 100 law enforcement officials and volunteers spent days looking everywhere for the boys who disappeared while playing in one of their yards. Yesterday evening, the mystery was solved. ABC's Hari Srinivasan has the story from Camden.
A visit to a makeshift memorial for his son today was too much for a father to bear. While one father collapsed today, another searched for his strength.
I got my heart broke. I want to die with my boy. I want to go with my boy.
2 days of searching every nook and cranny of this Camden neighborhood, the search ended where it began. The bodies of 6-year-old David Augusto, 11-year-old Annabelle Cruz, and 5-year-old Justin Pagan were found in the trunk of a parked car, yards from where they were playing.
I saw on TV my brother looking in front of a car, and then he popped the trunk, and then he went hysterical, and I saw my sister-in-law on the floor crying, and that's when they told me that the kids were dead.
The 1998 Toyota Camry belonged to the grandmother of one of the boys. Today, the coroner ruled the cause of death was suffocation, an accident. Police said they'll investigate why the trunk was not searched.
Possible they would have been found alive had they checked the trunk at that time?
I would have to say that it's a possibility, but I can't be sure about that.
The boys were close friends. 5-year-old Justin Pagan loved the LA Lakers. Daniel Augusto, 6, loved plants and animals, especially cats. 11-year-old Annabelle Cruz had neurological problems. Relatives said he related best to younger children. For a neighborhood that would normally be preparing for tomorrow's Puerto Rican Day parade, this was a day of mourning.
The little boy, Daniel, and my granddaughter, she's 5 years old, and one day he said to her, when I grow up and finish school, I'm going to marry you. That's you.
Neighbors were out on the streets today collecting money for the families of the dead.
Bob, it became law just 4 years ago that every new passenger car have a little trunk latch on the inside like this, so a little kid or an adult could get out if they were trapped inside. Now, in this case, the car was just too old.
Police later determined there was no foul play involved and the children had died from suffocation, and that the entire incident was an accident. The Camden police were heavily criticized by the public, claiming their search efforts and procedures were disorganized and not up to date with modern protocols that's used to find missing children. It was later discovered that a female officer had begun searching the car where the bodies were later found, but she was called away mid-search and failed to return to finish the job. The officer told her supervisor the car was thoroughly searched. During the search of the car, the officer found the boys' shoes in the back seat. Many people believe the boys would have perhaps been found unconscious but still alive had the officer conducted a proper search of the vehicle. The coroner's report stated that the children were most likely alive for 13 hours inside the trunk.